And we're back. This is Matt again. This time I'm going to actually talk about the gameplay. The first commentary kind of just said stuff about me and jumped in and out about the gameplay, but this time it's all about the gameplay. So this is radiation, domination, kind of obvious. I don't like spawning from this side. This side's tough. I think C, B is much easier than A, B, because I don't like the height change coming down the stairs. They have a bit of a quicker time getting to the B objective, and as you can see right off the bat here, you got to take B. You got to hold that middle objective. If not, you're going to end up losing the game. And I pretty much always play to win unless it becomes kind of obvious at a certain point that just isn't going to happen. I tend not to jump out of the lobbies when that happens, and just kind of have my own little team deathmatch, or if it's bad enough, free-for-all, because I'll end up shooting my own guys as well, just out of frustration. So right here, just building up the kill streaks, making sure we're holding down B, and that claymore serves two purposes. One, it is watching that ladder well. Is that what you call it? Stairwell ladder well? The other thing is, if they shoot it from the backside, it's going to tip me off to their location coming from C. So I like the claymore there. Alright, so my perks for this match. This is my pretty standard class. I really like hardline. Ooh, shot in the back there. Hardline in the first one, sleight of hand, and hacker. I don't run ninja. I tend not to run ninja. I like hacker. I like knowing where their claymores are. I figure that saves me an unnecessary death if I can know where that is, and I don't mind hearing my footsteps. And if they hear my footsteps, that's fine, because in this game, you can spin and shoot. Alright, so we're going to continue to try and lock down C and B here, and Mr. TNT's in the game with me. So essentially what we do is he essentially slays. That he's made for that, and I'll throw myself on objectives and make sure things are locked down. Everybody else in the game with us is random. So, from my standpoint, I kind of have to camp objectives at least the first half of the game to make sure we're going to pull out the win. Well, he keeps up the air support and stuff. And if the rest of the team isn't pulling objectives, that essentially becomes my responsibility. So, usually the first half of these matches, I'm a little campy. I got to make sure that we build up a good enough point lead that we're going to pull out this win. So yeah, the kill streaks, I think I already got one. It was the counter UAV. Sometimes I do just run 3, 4, 5 counter UAV, counter UAV, and napalm. But this time I stepped up. I was playing pretty well today. So I go with what I consider low impact kill streaks. So the counter UAV is going to take away the UAV from the other team. That's pretty important. The next one, napalm, that's defensive. I can lay that down on objective when we need to cap it or we need to defend it. And I'm not going to get there in time, or there could possibly be more targets than I could take on with a single clip. And then the third one is attack helicopter. So I can get an attack helicopter just about every match. Sometimes two. The issue is every other match, let's say I could get a chopper gunner. Yeah, so every other match I can get a chopper gunner. But if I'm being the objective player on my team, that takes me out of the match for 2 minutes. And in those 2 minutes, ghosts could essentially run rampant around the map and cap all those flags that I worked so hard to grab. So if I can just throw up that attack helicopter, there's Mr. TNT right there. If I can throw up that attack helicopter, it still keeps me in the fight, and it's almost like adding another player to your team. Yeah, they can't cap positions, but this is pretty cool. I never understood that as a hiding spot. I'll just hide in the dark shadows. Here I get extremely lucky. I don't know how that guy didn't kill me. I have no idea. That was just insane. Yeah, and at that point I was so jacked up I started shooting my own guy. So, yeah, so I use the attack helicopter over chopper gunner. It just makes more sense to me. It's like adding another player. Because not everybody runs Ghost, so I mean, people are going to be targets. Also, if we get them to freeze. Now, at this point, I am pretty sure they had a UAV. and I have no idea why that guy never realized that I was coming up behind him. Mind you, I'm clomping around like a Clydesdale out there. I mean, he could definitely hear me coming, because it almost amplifies your footsteps when you're on these metal gratings. Nice, I'm calling my stuff. So, yeah, I think it's much easier to win this if you're rolling CB instead of BA. And at this point, I'm starting to recognize our team is holding objectives. Like if you saw me take that last B objective, the team is helping out. So now I can kind of change modes. We've got the game well in hand. The score's going our way. We do have objective players on our team. Sometimes you'll get a match. You will be the only objective player, and that's rough because you're probably gonna, your KD could go pretty close to even if you're the only one jumping on objectives. Now, I saw the little RC car go flying out, and I figured I'm not gonna set an objective with an RC car out there, and I bet I know where that guy is. And sure enough, he's laying there in the corner, and I could just take him out and take his gun because I was just about out of ammo on the FAMAS. So now the silenced MPL. I think with rapid fire. Not 100% sure. I think it had rapid fire. And I actually didn't do too bad with it. So now moving into the more slay mode, as you can tell, I'm not hanging out around the objectives. My job is to frustrate and annoy the other team to the point where when they spawn in more defensive mindset. They don't think, oh, I gotta go grab that objective. They gotta think, Jesus, they're all over us. We gotta pull back. We gotta build up some kill streaks, and then we can go get the objectives. So if we can cause some sort of delay, it's almost like just be annoying. Essentially, is the deal. Because I don't mind winning with 2 objectives. Because at the end of the day, that will get you the win. If you hold 2 the entire game, you're obviously going to win. And sometimes you just have to be lucky. That guy could have made a left-hand turn. He probably would have got me. And there, Mr. TNT steals my kill. He chased that guy for a little bit. And now we lose B again. But pretty much at this point, the game's so well in hand. It doesn't really matter. So I'll jump on. I keep jumping on A to get them to come to me. That is essentially what I'm trying to do. And there I get the chopper gunner, and bam, I'm still in the fight, yet we just add another gun to the battlefield. So, in reality, our gameplay's commentary is still important. My opinion, you at least get to hear what people are still thinking about me. That guy should have got me too. I think the stun does a slight amount of damage if I'm not incorrect. I think the stun took off just enough that the gimped out MPL was able to squeak in a couple rounds and take him down. And this guy wasn't holding a gun, so that was kind of weird. Yeah, keep running out of ammo. I don't run scavenger. I like the hard line because if you're an objective player, you're not always going to get through your kill streaks because you're going to have to throw yourself in kind of a sticky situation. So back to the tips thing. Could you still give tips to a game that came out in November and this is we're knocking on March's door? I don't know. Oh, that's horrible. Never lay down and cover an objective like that. How could he even see out there? What are you going to shoot through the barrels? That doesn't make any sense. Just there. Gotta use that mini-map. Or at least recognize the skulls when they pop up on your map. So anyway, yeah, I don't... How many more tips could we possibly give? So this is kind of a waste of time. So alright, this is getting towards the end of the match. This is what I call gopher time. We're definitely going to win, even with 1 objective. I'm not worried about it. Why even throw myself on C? See that guy? Go ahead. Go ahead, throw yourself on it. That's fine. We're going to win. I'm just going to camp out the win. I mean, there's no point in jumping on something and getting, bam, you get blown up. Or shot, sorry. So I don't see the point in taking that objective. I mean, we'll nade stuff. If they want to come around, we'll take them out. And that's pretty much it. I think that's going to be the win. I went 25-2. 3 position caps, 5 defends, not bad. So, you know, rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Is it too late to give tips on a game that came out in November? I mean, the game's getting a little old. And anybody want to do that dual com, let me know. Thanks.